mental health is serious, y'all. It's levels to it. And sometimes you will not see it with the naked eye. Sometimes you gotta listen. And until people take it serious, we're gonna have homicide after suicide after homicide after suicide. What you talking about, Shaunie B? I got you. Now there are several videos of that young lady, Afeni Muhammad, who stabbed her manager at McDonald's. Okay? Rest in peace to the manager. But let me show you some videos that troubled me. But I want to also show you, because there's some pink flags turned red that everybody ignored. We're going to roll this beam footage a little bit longer because I want y'all to see everything that I saw. And then we're going to come back and go down the rabbit hole. Let's go.
I was wrongfully treated today at work. I was literally physically tapped on a lot of times. My name kept getting called. I was doing a great job. I kept getting sabotaged, tempted, so my button can get pressed and I can go out of character. So although I went out of character, all I could say was stop talking to me. That's all I could say. Stop talking to me.
Fucking idiot. Make me do this shit against my fucking will. Fucking bloody cunts.
My mama died trying to take care of us.
Afeni Muhammad, aged 26, stabbed her manager to death at McDonald's because she was sent home early 2 days in a row.
Bitch, get off my dick! Just because I opened Candyland doesn't mean I ain't slick! I gave out cheeks, but I still have a few tricks up my sleeve. Hey, but this bitch suck my dick.
But I should have known. I'm playing my peaceful music so I don't have to listen to you doing this and you're interrupting my music, calling my phone. Please leave me alone.
You told me you never ignore me.
Stop fucking with me! Leave me alone! Leave me alone! Please, stop! Leave me alone! Please! Please leave me alone! I don't want to have sex with you! I don't want to have sex! But I should have known. I got sent home early yesterday. I got sent home early today by the same person. I'm telling you, she's a bully. This shit isn't funny. She needs to understand that just because she's a mother and got children doesn't mean that she can come in the store, you know, disrespecting people, talking to them like everybody's beneath her. She has no respect. And it isn't funny at all. Like, seriously, man, I got shit I gotta take care of. And she keeps sending me home early. It's not funny. She's playing games. And then all day, throughout the day, she keeps sending her little racial shit. And then throughout the day, she keeps on, like, putting negative energy in the air, talking about people, gossiping about people. It's not funny, man. That shit gonna have to stop. She's a bully. I'm telling you. She's a bully. She brings a lot of negative energy in there. She always panic when there's a lot going on. And then she try to manipulate that and make it seem like we ain't doing something right. But we are working really hard and doing great. I got sent home early.
That was difficult to watch. Oh my God, it was difficult to watch. The sad part about it is she's more famous locked up than she was being a free person, because people are going to her page, Rising Phoenix, to see if they could see the signs. And the signs were there. Looking in her eyes, she looked like she ain't got it all. Looking at her hair, it just doesn't look like she got it all. Now, she might be into things that I ain't into, so I don't want to go deep down and say she's weird because she's different. She sounds like she's into that gothic, rock and roll, mosh pit type music, type lifestyle. But when I watched her, accountability wasn't a priority for her. When I listened to her, she was not damaged from actuality. What caused this was perception. Perception is what caused this, because all in her head, in her feelings, she felt that she was always being picked on. She felt that anytime authoritative figures told her to do something, that if she thought she was doing perfect, if somebody gave her constructive criticism, she felt it was the end of the world. When she didn't like something, she didn't find other opportunities to find a resolution. She got angry. She screamed. She's traumatized. And you can see it's not just McDonald's. It's the guy that was trying to force her to have sex. It's the fact that she didn't have her own car. It's the fact that she had bills that she could not pay for. It's the fact that she didn't have a stable living condition. It was just so many factors that crashed down. And all of those were the straw that broke the camel's back. That thing with the manager probably was just the last damn straw. But that does not give anybody the right to stab anybody. Period. I always say this generation has all the abilities to be famous. They got all the abilities to be financially stable because y'all have so many networking abilities. Y'all good with social media. You know how to edit things. You know how to illustrate things. You just creative. But the thing y'all lack is emotional intelligence. Hell, there's some adults that's not this generation that lack emotional intelligence. You lack emotional intelligence, accountability, and you think that everybody trying to attack you. Now, I'm not going to discredit that she couldn't have been getting bullied, because bullying is something that most people don't understand. It doesn't have to do with just getting beat up every day. Sometimes it's how you laugh at people, taunt people, make people feel uncomfortable. So there's several angles to that. But when I looked at her other video that I did not share here, because that jump was long as hell, I ain't even going to lie to you. I noticed that she had several jobs. And there's nothing wrong with it if you're a hustler. But one job she was complaining about was she was some type of maid. She had a cleaning service opportunity. And it sounded like she could do it as she wanted to. So she was on call to do it. And she would go through the app and figure out if she wanted to take the opportunity or not. And one thing she sat and said was, I hate the fact that people call me over to clean up their houses and they sit on the couch and their house is filthy and they expect me to clean it up. Baby girl, you took the job. That's what I'm saying. It was like she always wanted things to be picture perfect. And when they weren't, she felt that people were targeting her when she accepted the thing that was happening to her. Even with McDonald's. I am because I am not a manager no more. I don't even want to, baby, I don't care enough. I want to worry about me and me only. But I was a manager. And there's so many different personality traits that come through that door. People may clash. People may not clash. You have so many different personalities and you have to manage all of them suckers while making sure you're giving out great customer service and keeping up production. But one thing that HR human resources does, is they separate you if you feel like you're being isolated, you're being picked on. It didn't sound like nobody contacted human resources, because that could have easily been a transfer to another store. That could have easily been her being on another shift. That could have easily been her just finding another job. But everything about her statement was I. Never any, maybe I could have did. She gave us every flaw that everybody else did, but was she clocking in on time? Was she being productive? Was she actually making sure whatever her task was for the day, that she completed it through its entirety? Was she being friendly amongst staff? Was she being approachable from the customer's perspective? You always hear about people feeling like the victim, but baby, sometimes y'all the goddamn person is causing the problem. Looking at her content is what I think people need to understand, that people be suffering and they're already hurting and they're already trying. And when it's not going the way they wanted to, they become this angry ball of fire. And when they become that person, everybody is irritableness to them. And that's not where it's at. So when I talk about therapy, everybody be like, girl, I don't need no therapy. Yes, you do. With your ugly ass. Because you're walking around here with chips on your shoulder. And then when somebody finally compliments you or finally, pours into you, you don't believe them because you've been hanging around things that have been negative. Put your damn boundaries up and open your mouth and ask to be removed from an environment that has negative energy. It's competitive out here. If McDonald's wasn't working for you, rapping obviously wasn't working for you, being a maid wasn't working for you, being your neighbor's friend or sex buddy wasn't working for you, you were different from all of the elements you were around, and it caused you to feel attacked every single time. Y'all go to her page and look at all them videos. When you listen to her, she sounds disturbed. Everything was dark. Every wig change, every voice change was a different character personality. Y'all not seeing it? Baby, what we need is the people at McDonald's to come forth and tell us how she was on a day-to-day basis. Because anybody can tell you they feel like they being picked on. Now, if indeed that manager was doing whatever she said that manager was doing, she's entitled to feel how she's feeling based off of how somebody's making her feel. But what you can't do is come back and stab somebody to death. That woman couldn't have been looking because she had no idea you was coming back like that. Shout out to the guy that shot his gun in there, because had he not shot that gun in the air and held you there till cops came, you would have kept stabbing her. And like I tell people, if somebody stab you, baby, that's super personal. That is psychotic to sit there and stab somebody as they bleed. They're no longer moving, but you're still stabbing. Come on, man. We're not going to sit here and say, well, she was getting... No, we're not going to do that, because there were levels to this, and nobody fixed it until it got to the point where there was nothing to fix. Stop being passive and like, oh, that's just that weird girl. Stop doing that, because these folks is cocked off. Stop giving people an excuse. Now, lo and behold, you can't make nobody take their ugly ass to counseling. But, baby, when the signs are pink, stop waiting for them suckers to turn red. Perception is the reason why a lot of people do a lot of things. Sometimes it's in your head, sometimes it's not in your head. But how you feel, you tend to want to tell somebody, this hurt my feelings. I don't like this. And they tend to say, well, I've said what I said. Not even considering they could be hurting your feelings. And a lot of people get upset when the perception isn't perceived properly from the person that is the offender. And so now that creates toxic environment. And now they're like, oh, well, I can't tell you nothing. So when I stop talking, I'm getting quiet, and that means danger. Danger! And that's exactly what it was. It became something that escalated after escalation. And in the video, she said, I kept getting sent home, and I got things to pay for. It's hard. This economy is hard. Now, for that guy that she kept saying she was doing favors for, they were doing favors for each other equally, but he wanted sex in exchange for what he was doing, and she thought she was doing, stuff for him, being genuine, and it was being reciprocated back. Baby girl, you allowed him to come into your world and erupt like a volcano, and you gave away a piece of you, and he didn't even care how you felt about it. But you were so in dire need of help that you sold yourself. And then when you sold yourself, he thought you was always biddable. And it added to your stress, because she said, I just wanted to listen to my music and you keep calling me. He sounded like he was in your house. I don't know if y'all were roommates or if he was a next door neighbor. But everything that happened to her, and I don't know where her family is. I don't know if she has any friends, because every video she made, she was by her damn self. Baby, look. Something happened to you and you didn't fix it. For 26 years, you never fixed it. You kept using outlets, but you never fix the things that challenge you every day in a 24-hour day. You snap. Most people would. But you don't deserve to kill nobody. And I pray she don't get off, because people like that do plead insanity and they win. Now, it doesn't mean they're a free person, because then you got to go to an insane clinic where they give you medicine all day and got you hugging yourself with a backwards jacket. And you're sitting in a cloth padded white room until you go crazy. But that girl ain't wired right. And you can't tell me nothing about it. If she was, where her friends at? Where are the people out there saying, nah, that's not who she is? Ain't nobody came forward. Everybody has said this girl has been off her rocker. I don't know if she was on medicine to stop or she should start medicine. But baby, that girl ain't right. To the family of the victim, the mother of 6 that was working at McDonald's for 15 years, trying to put food on the table, trying to get her kids through school and to the next level of life. Rest in peace to you. I don't know what happened that day, and I don't know what happened days before that, but you didn't deserve to die. I could tell you that. Nothing should have caused you to die that day. Come on. McDonald's has stepped up, and I really don't even think it was kind of like a coin flipper, because they should have. They actually are going to pay for her funeral, which they should. And matter of fact, y'all got so much money that you should be able to put her kids through school if they choose to pursue that, because she lost her life on the clock while she was doing what? Being a manager. So it is only right that you afford some things for that family, because it's going to hit them hard, because now their provider is no longer here. Baby, y'all need to make sure at y'all jobs that you go to human resources. There are free counseling programs through the EAP, which is the Employee Assistance Program, and the AAP, which is the Associate Assistant Program. They're the same thing. They're interchangeably used in different companies. But you get free sessions. It can no longer be an excuse you can't afford it. All you got to do is ask for the number. You call, get a code, you get the free counseling. Because if you don't want to pay for it, there's opportunities for you to get it for free. You don't believe it, you have a hard chance, email me. Because I need y'all to get help. Because y'all tripping. Y'all tripping. You can't even go to work without getting killed. You can't even be at home without being killed. At this point, it's causing anxiety. Y'all gonna stop ignoring the fact that people have definitely not been themselves for years. And you laugh at folks and you isolate folks. Baby, them folks gonna come in one day and do what they want to do because we don't know what person told them to do that. We don't even know what person they was when they did that. That girl is tripping. Y'all can keep saying she doesn't deserve what happened to her, baby. Please, she never took accountability for anything. She felt that the world was against her. Get therapy. You can get all the therapy you need in jail. Lock her up, throw away the goddamn key, and she better not get off for this murder. Come on now. Whew. Baby, when I say I don't even be trying to start no with nobody, baby, I just be trying to be kind. And even if we don't see the same thing through our vision, I don't count you as an outcast. I respect your boundaries and I keep it flipping moving. And I hope you do the same for me. But baby, y'all better understand mental health is serious and stop playing because you don't want to be the next victim. Did you understand what I said? Stop playing before you be the next victim. But I'm just a messenger though. It's your girl, Shaunie B. If you're cool with your girl, gone through with your girl. Make sure you check out my website, www.shauniebeentertainment.com. Check out the fan gear option to drop donations. Never any pressure to do either of the two because I see the likes, the shares, the comments. It means the world to me. So I just want to tell you thank you from my lips to your ears for rocking with me. Hop in the comments, baby. Because this is not going to be the first or the last time that people have a conflict of interest and they just have a very, very bare minimum of emotional intelligence. And I'm not going to ever sit here before you and act like I don't have a temper. I am working on controlling mine. That is why I have a therapist. I mean, that's not why I started with one. You know, I started one for grieving. But in the midst of grieving, you get upset with a lot of things because you lost something that's important to you. So you do become like, oh my God, why is this happening to me? But thank you for 5-6 years of therapy. I'm able to think before I react. And a lot of things don't deserve your energy. But what you can't do in this world is going around shooting and killing people, stabbing people, beating up people because you feel out of pocket and out of place. Use your mouth. The same way you was making TikToks, you could have easily used that energy to send that up to HR for them to figure out where you was going to work at or if they could give you another position or a different time slot where you weren't with that conflicted manager. Y'all not going to sit here and just keep using violence as a way to fix things because that's a coward way to handle life because you're going to have opposition everywhere you go in life. You can't just go around walking around with knives. And I heard that she has a prior stabbing situation as well. So the fact is this isn't her first offense of doing anything means that mentally she responds with violence. So help yourself understand she was a loose cannon a long time ago. She just finally snapped. Again, rest in peace to the mother. Rest in peace in honor of the mother and, you know, sending mad condolences to her children because that right there, that's going to hurt for a very long time because that one was not supposed to die. Okay? But y'all be safe out there and understand therapy don't mean that you're weak. It means that you're trying to find a better version of yourself. Stop making excuses and get some help, please. And until next time, next story, and I'm out this bitch.